A very good afternoon to you. This is TV Sapienza on Star Times Channel 260. Today is Tuesday, the 25th of November 2025. My name is Joe Igbo. In our news headlines this afternoon, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has officially joined the African Democratic Congress ADC, calling on Nigerians to unite in a coalition to remove the ruling All Progressives Congress APC in the 2027 general elections. The Zamfara state government says it is not considering closing down schools despite rising insecurity and a wave of student abductions in some parts of the country. The special advisor to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, has accused the Niger State chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Reverend Dr. Bulus Yohana, of withholding information regarding last Friday's abduction of students from St. Mary's private Catholic primary and secondary schools in the state. A chieftain of the New Nigeria People's Party, Buba Galadima, has condemned the shutdown of schools in parts of the north in response to rising insecurity, describing the decision as cowardly and a shameful dereliction of duty by the government. Now the details of the news. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has officially joined the African Democratic Congress ADC, calling on Nigerians to unite in a coalition to remove the ruling All Progressives Congress APC in the 2027 general elections. Atiku registered as an ADC member yesterday in his hometown, Ward 1, Jada, Adamawa State, where he received his party membership card. He was joined by prominent political figures, including former Adamawa State Governor Umaru Bindo Jibrila, Senators Aishatu Dahiru Binani and Isiaku Abo, and other key stakeholders. The former vice president urged Nigerians to join the ADC to build an opposition force ahead of 2027. He said the time for change has come, pledging to take away power from the All Progressives Congress, APC. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddeen Abbas, has led a delegation of lawmakers to Kebbi State to commiserate with the government and people of the state over the abduction of 25 schoolgirls and the killing of 2 school officials. During a visit to the government house in Birnin Kebbi, Abbas announced a 30 million naira donation to the families of the slain vice principal and the school gateman. According to him, 20 million naira will go to the family of the vice principal Hassan Makuku, while 10 million naira will be given to the family of the gateman. The speaker appealed to Governor Nasir Idris to rename the school in honor of the late vice principal, noting that Makuku died while attempting to protect the students. Abbas noted that the deceased was known for his integrity, patience, and dedication to duty. Governor Idris thanked the speaker and the House of Representatives for the visit and the financial support to the bereaved families. He praised the courage of the slain officials and assured that the state government would continue to work with federal authorities and security agencies to secure the safe release of the abducted students. The Gombe State Governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yahaya has ordered every school in the state to close down on or before Friday this week because of rising insecurity. The announcement was made yesterday by the chairman of the State Universal Basic Education Board, Dr. Esrom Toro, during a meeting with local education secretaries in Gombe. Toro said the governor took the decision because of growing national security worries, especially the increase in attacks on schools. He said the cautionary measure is designed to safeguard the lives of pupils, students, teachers, and school administrators. He explained that the closure should not cause fear, describing it as a proactive move to prevent any ugly incidents. The Gombe State UBEB chairman urged parents not to panic, saying the government was doing everything possible to curtail insecurity and ensure the safety of school children. The Zamfara state government says it is not considering closing down schools despite rising insecurity and a wave of student abductions across some parts of the country. Instead, the state government said it has introduced new security measures to protect learning centers and ensure pupils continue classes without fear of attacks. The Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Wadatao Madawaki, disclosed this while addressing journalists at an event organized by the Federated Association of Zamfara State Students in Gusau, the state capital. Madawaki's assurance comes amid the recent abduction of 25 students of Government Comprehensive Secondary School, MAGA, in Danko Wasagu local government area of Kebbi State, and the attack on St. Mary's Catholic School in Niger State that saw about 315 students and staff abducted. These attacks have led some northern states to announce mass school closures, but Zamfara State says it will not follow suit. Instead, authorities say they are strengthening security in and around schools to deter bandit attacks. Madawaki explained that states embarking on mass closures likely operate boarding schools, whereas Zamfara currently runs mainly day schools due to insecurity. He said bandits often strike at night when people are asleep. The commissioner added that some higher institutions, including the State University, Polytechnic and College of Education, are already on holiday. Several states, including Katsina, Plateau, Kebbi, and Bauchi, have recently shut down schools following the latest wave of abductions in Kebbi, Niger, and Kwara states. The federal government has also ordered the closure of 47 unity schools nationwide in response to the escalating threats. You are watching TV Sapientia on Star Times Channel 260. The news continues shortly after this time now. Please don't go away. Welcome back to the rest of the Sapientia TV News Bulletin at 1 p.m. My name is Joe Igbo. The special advisor to President Bola Tinubu on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, has alleged that the Niger State chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Reverend Dr. Bulus Yohanna, is withholding information regarding last Friday's abduction of students from St. Mary's Private Catholic Primary and Secondary Schools in Papiri, Agwara local government area of the state. Onanuga made this allegation yesterday in an interview on Prime Time, a program on Arise Television monitored by our correspondent. The presidential aide accused Yohanna of playing games with the incident and obstructing efforts by the authorities to determine the actual number of abducted students. He dismissed earlier claims by the CAN chairman that 51 abducted students had been rescued, insisting that those students were never captured in the first place. Onanuga further stated that the government remains uncertain about the number of missing students due to a lack of cooperation from school and religious authorities. Meanwhile, the Anambra State Police Command says it has taken measures to strengthen security across schools, churches, and communities in the state. The Commissioner of Police, CP Ekweremadu, announced that security had been beefed up across schools and churches in the state as part of a proactive strategy to prevent threats and ensure a secure environment for learning and worship. Making this known in a statement issued by the Police Public Relations Officer, SP Tochukwu Ikenga, the CP commended the growing unity of safety consciousness among residents. Urutugu directed area commanders, divisional police officers, and tactical commanders to intensify their ongoing security patrols, reinforce intelligence-driven operations, and strengthen collaboration with community stakeholders for seamless and effective security coordination. He emphasized the command's unwavering dedication to protecting lives and property, assuring residents that the Anambra State Police Command will continue and enhance security strategies to meet evolving challenges while sustaining the state's growing atmosphere of peace. The United Kingdom has rejected a request from the Nigerian government to repatriate former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu home to serve the remainder of his sentence for organ trafficking. The 63-year-old former lawmaker is serving 9 years and 8 months in a UK prison after he was convicted in 2023 of conspiring to exploit a young man for his kidney. The plot involved his wife Beatrice and a medical collaborator, Dr. Obinna Obeta, who trafficked the victim to London to harvest his kidney for Ekweremadu's daughter Sonia at a private clinic in UK. A Nigerian delegation led by the Foreign Affairs Minister Yusuf Tuga met UK Ministry of Justice MOJ officials last week to request Ekweremadu's repatriation so he could complete his prison term in Nigeria. However, a source within the Ministry of Justice in UK confirmed the bid was declined, with concerns that Nigeria could not guarantee he would continue serving his sentence if transferred to Nigeria. A chieftain of the New Nigeria People's Party NNPP, Buba Galadima, has condemned the shutdown of schools in parts of the north in response to rising insecurity, describing the decision as cowardly and a shameful dereliction of duty by the government. Galadima said the recent mass abductions in Niger State and other northern communities were evidence that the federal government had failed to prioritize the safety of citizens. He said the government has abdicated its primary responsibility of protecting lives and properties of citizens and has given 99% of its time to politics. He argued that school closures should never be an option, insisting that authorities ought to strengthen protection for educational institutions rather than surrendering them to criminal elements. Galadima said it is shameful to close down the schools, shameful on government and on authorities at every level. The NNPP chieftain also criticized the government's reliance on brute force without adequate intelligence, adding that those in authority must put on their thinking cap and do the needful. Galadima also claimed that security operatives had intelligence on the movement of bandits before the latest attack in Niger State, but failed to act. To end the Sapientia TV news at 1 p.m., a recap of the major headlines. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has officially joined the African Democratic Congress ADC, calling on Nigerians to unite in a coalition to remove the ruling All Progressives Congress APC in the 2027 general elections. The Zamfara state government says it is not considering closing down schools despite rising insecurity and a wave of student abductions in some parts of the country. The special advisor to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, has accused the chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria in Niger State, Reverend Dr. Bulus Yohanna, of withholding information regarding last Friday's abduction of students from St. Mary's private Catholic primary and secondary schools in the state. And finally, a chieftain of the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, Buba Galadima, has condemned the shutting down of schools in parts of the north in response to rising insecurity, describing the decision as cowardly and a shameful dereliction of duty by the government. That was the Sapientia TV news at 1 p.m. On behalf of the editorial and technical crew, I am Joe Igbo. Good afternoon and thanks for choosing TV Sapientia.